Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Sammy here with another video, and in today's video we are checking in with my goals. First we're going to talk about how August went, and then I'm going to jump right on into my plans for September. So let's talk about August. I know my August video, when I talk about me resetting and whatnot, I was so pumped and excited, and I felt like I started out good. But then school started and getting ready for work and all of that fun stuff that happens in August as a teacher, I kind of let a lot of things go. I only got 3 check marks in August in my Erin Condren life planner where I keep track of all of my goals. I went to the fair with my family. I scheduled my hotel for a trip my husband and I are going on in September. And I took myself out to lunch, which honestly, I'm so glad I did that. At first, when I had this idea that I wanted to take myself out to lunch, I wanted it to be kind of like me going to a sit-down restaurant and being brave enough to sit in a restaurant and eat food by myself. But then on the day that I did this, I decided instead to order food. So I ordered my lunch on my phone and went and picked it up, and I got Raising Cane's. And then I decided to order a lava cake from Chili's, and I went and picked that up. And then I took all my food home and I ate my food on my couch and watched New Girl. And honestly, that's what I needed. And I'm so glad that I did that. It was just so much fun to be alone, enjoying my food and watching one of my favorite TV shows. And so I'm glad that I acknowledged what I really needed in that moment. And yeah, I'm just super proud of myself. And I don't know, thinking about that day just makes me super happy because that's what I needed. And I don't get a lot of alone time anymore. And so I'm just super grateful for that moment. Really, everything else kind of just fell apart. And so we're not really going to talk about it just because nothing really happened with it. I read a little bit in August, but I'm still trying to finish my first book that I started. Just because, like I said, once I started jumping back into school and got back into teacher mode, everything else just kind of went to the wayside. And so that is August. Some of my takeaways really from August. First one is I need to slow down a little bit and just enjoy the small things in life and enjoy it day by day and not really think about so far into the future. I am so bad at doing that, and I just need to enjoy it day by day. Another thing that I learned is that there's a lot of clutter currently in my life, both physical, and by physical, it's really more just like planning supplies and things like that. And I talked a little bit about that on my Instagram stories a few weeks ago, just me feeling overwhelmed with all this stuff. And then I've had a bunch of mental clutter with going back to school. That has been a lot of an adjustment, as well as just figuring my life out at home, taking care of my daughter while my husband is at work and going to school, and just all the other things in between. And I learned that I need to declutter my life and I need to let go of some things. And I don't know, I just feel so stressed out in a lot of different ways, and I'm just falling into like comparison traps and feeling imposter syndrome, especially on social media, because I love this community that I have and I love talking with my friends on social media, but sometimes I just don't feel like I should be doing this. I don't know, I just don't feel like I'm as great as all the influencers out there, and like it's just gotten me into some rough patches, I guess. But I'm gonna let go of some things, and I'm going to do what's best for me and focus on myself. And so I'm really glad that I was able to reflect on that and acknowledge what I really need in my life. So so let's jump into September. Here is my goals for September. I love putting them like in like attending list type of deal in my Erin Condren planner. So we're just gonna talk through these, but really quick. I just want to say that as I've been doing goal setting this year, I've jumped in and out of a bunch of systems. And most of them have been like through the Moxie Life. I started out with their flagship planner, and then I dabbled in the composition notebooks that they have. And then I kind of did my own thing for a little bit. Now I'm back in this. This is the Moxie Life Companion Notebook that is just goal setting, and it can go with any planner. And I just love these. I decided that I'm jumping back into this really because it's already set up and it's simplified. It's just what I need right now in my season of life. We'll see what I need in a couple of months, but I'm excited to be jumping back into this. And I just love the quote on this cover and wanted to share this with you. But it says, just begin again and again. And I just really feel like that's something that I've needed to hear for a while, is just keep going, keep starting. If you have to keep revising things and figuring your crap out, that's okay, that's normal. But just keep going. Have the courage to begin again and again until things work out. And so let's talk about how I'm beginning again in September. So for starters, my monthly goals, my cat is trying to sit on my lap. So there might be a tail. I'm trying to get her to lay down. Okay, anyway, sorry for that little interruption. So for personal, I want to still read. I want to read 2 books this month, but I've broken it out a little bit more. Instead of writing read 2 books, I put read book 1, read book 2. So that's my personal stuff. For fun and recreation, I want to go on a hike at the end of the month with my family. I really like hiking in the fall because it's cooler weather, and I just love admiring nature more in the fall. Where I live in Utah, it's just really hot and dry in the summer, and hiking is not enjoyable. And so I'm just really excited to do it in the fall. And in this winter, obviously it's too cold because of all the snow. And spring, it's also really cold. And so fall is where it's at all the way. I also want to do a game night. I haven't decided if that's just me and my husband pulling out games one night when our daughter's asleep and playing them, or if we have like a more formal, like invite friends over or family over and play games. But I want to have a game night. The next 3 are with work and learning. And one thing I've decided that I want to start doing is I want to open up an Etsy shop. I already have one open, so I'm just going to continue with the one I have. And in the one I have open, I do more like family portrait type stuff with watercolors and digital art. But I want to expand that and start making stickers. I've always wanted to make stickers. But I've just always felt overwhelmed by it. I don't know how any of it works, and I've tried to ask some people before, and they got really, really like upset or like offended. I don't know. It was weird, but I just want to figure out how to start my own sticker shop, and I'm creating all my designs, and all my artwork will be mine. And I'm just gonna play around with that and see how that goes. I'm really scared and really nervous, but I'm hoping that it goes well. So first I need to fix my Cricut, because right now my Cricut doesn't print to my printer and I don't know why. And so I need to play with that. I also need to create 2 designs. My goal is to have stuff ready by November, and that's hopefully like when I'll open everything up. And so I want to have at least 6 designs ready before I open. So that is my work and learning stuff that I want to focus on. For my family and relationships, I'm going on a little weekend getaway with my husband. We are going to Vegas to see Ed Sheeran, and I'm super excited about that and having that time with him. And that is all of my monthly stuff. For my weekly things, for personal, I want to make sure I have alone time. After having that time by myself and eating my food on my couch, watching TV, I really have noticed how little alone time I get. And I don't really take care of myself in that way. I am just always pushing myself to take care of everyone else. And then when I'm tired, I just go to bed. Like, I don't really give myself time. And so I want to schedule time every week to just relax and do my own thing, whether that's going for a drive, getting out of the house, or doing something here at home and kicking my husband and daughter out. I don't know. Or even just doing something while they're here. I just want to really embrace being Sammy and finding who she is again. I feel like I always get lost with myself with all these other like hats that I wear of like being a wife and a mom and a teacher and all these things. And I forget that there's a real person underneath all of that. Another thing I want to do with personal is I want to unplug a little bit. I want to take a little step back from social media in some ways, and so I don't know if I'm going to do this like so ever so often, or I don't know, but it's gonna be weekly, so at least one day a week I'm not gonna be on social media. I'm going to not do it because I just need that mental break. I'm also wanting to work out, and so I've broken that out into 2 different workouts. So I want to work out twice a week and just do something simple on those days where my husband is home, so I can actually do it and not feel like I'm neglecting my daughter. I also want to do budget check-ins once a week. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in a minute, but with my finances and everything, I just feel like checking in to see where I'm at, where me and my husband are at, will be a great thing to do. And I also want to do a weekly reset. And so with this, I just decided that I needed to do something like this because I am not on summer break anymore, and I need to schedule time on my weekend to get grocery shopping done and any other errands, cleaning and that kind of stuff. And so Saturday is going to be my weekly reset day. And then my habits for September are reading. I want to read every day. I want to drink water every day, at least 60 ounces. I want to hit 10,000 steps every day. I want to practice gratitude daily, and I'm actually going to write what I'm grateful for every day in my planner. I want to make sure I'm reading my scriptures daily, and then I am going to try and no spend. So, like I said, finances and physical clutter are a real thing, and I feel like I get stuck in all these sales, and with having my YouTube channel, I'm wanting to buy everything so I have stuff to show you guys and talk about things and whatnot, and it's become a lot. And so I already kind of talked about this when I shared my stickers that I'm using in September by shopping my stash. I'm going to continue doing that, and I'm going to be using what I have until July. So no more buying stickers, unless of course it's for the Christian Design Celebrations collection, because that is one thing I like to treat myself to every year. But other than that, no stickers. Also, with this no spend, I am like not buying anything. I've told myself no planner supplies in September, no books, no clothes, nothing that I don't really need. So I'm just gonna focus on paying my bills, any like necessity type items. The only exception is at the end of September is the Moxie Life launch, and I want to celebrate. So this is like a celebration type thing. If I can do my no spend all of September, I'm gonna treat myself at the end of September to buying something from that launch, because if this goes well, I think I want to get more of these or see what else they have. I don't know, because I don't know what they're launching. I'm not cool and get to know the inside scoop on that kind of stuff. but I want to treat myself to that. And I know there's some other planner launches and other things that are about to happen in September. I know that like Simplified's having a launch and whatever. And at first I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy stuff from that. But I don't think I need to. I don't need it. And so I'm going to not buy anything unless I need it. Like, it's life or death type of a need, really. And so I will check in with that and talk about that with you guys. I might even like in my planner every day, like have like a little checkbox for it, or I don't know, we'll see. But I want to try no spend, so it'll be no spend September, and we'll see how that goes. But anyways, you guys, those are my goals for September. I am really excited for them, and I feel like they're pretty basic and simple. So I hope I can accomplish what I want to accomplish this month and really just slow down, take things day by day, and enjoy the little things in life. So let me know down in the comments below what's one thing you are working on in September, or one thing that you're excited about in September. Just share something that you're looking forward to either accomplish or do this month. And don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my content here on YouTube. And until next time, guys, I'll see you all later. Bye.